YouTube, because this one's definitely going on YouTube. So everybody say hi, YouTube. I have a new YouTube video that came out just a few minutes ago, and it is talking about everything that took place when all of the Twitch meta started. It has everything to do with Morgie Pie, has everything to do with the original streamer Stop Guard, Snowballs, and everything that started with the whole TOS debacle is on there. No, you're a bottom. But just to recap, chat, there were some streamers that were pushing the limits of what Twitch thought was part of the TOS. They were definitely showing a little bit of boob, but no nips, no nips. Just a little bit of boob. There were some streamers pushing the line, towing the line a little bit, and really kind of pushing the envelope on Twitch TOS. It looked like they were not wearing any clothes. Ultimately, a lot of people were like, wait, what's going on? Is Twitch going to do anything about this? Well, luckily, Twitch did step in and ban some of these people. So there was a follow-up to this. So let's go take a look. And guys, I'm literally gonna give you the whole timeline. And the reason I want to give you the whole timeline is so we can all understand together and we can all come to an agreement or at least a disagreement, whatever. But you have all of the information because I want to give you all the information, all right? Basically what happened is the streamer Morgie Pie replied, and she said she's actually wearing clothing this entire time. So you can see
all of the streams.
This is actually what she wears during the streams. So even though she looks like she was actually, you know, not wearing anything, she's actually just wearing a really, really, really low crop top. So kind of interesting that she got banned for implied nudity. So let me ask you, chat, based on seeing this now, do you think that she deserved to get banned? I kind of think with this, I don't think she really deserved it. All right, a little questionable. Well, as this happened, chat, another VTuber actually got banned. And I don't know if you're familiar with this particular person, but her name is LXOX. LXOX received an indefinite ban on all of her Twitch stuff. Like, she was indefinitely banned. Now, they gave her an indefinite ban for inappropriate attire. Now, I do have some good news. She was unbanned, but I did not think that she deserved to be banned. Her costume shows, like, literally the slightest bit of underboob. So I said something about it, whereas, like, you know, the meta people, you know, these streamers right here, right? They're getting 2- and 3-day bans, right? Which is not really that bad. But when they're slapping people with 2- and 3-day bans for this, and indefinite bans for this, that's a little bit of consistency issues. Wouldn't you agree, chat? So I really do think that Twitch just didn't know what the f they were doing. This instance, and these instances here, was the straw that broke the camel's back. I mean, absolutely. I do believe that this really caused Twitch to put a lot of new changes in place. So if you were not aware, chat, Twitch actually put out a new TOS for us to take a look at. So we're going to take a look at it a little bit. Twitch decided that they're going to allow artistic nudity. Twitch has updated their sexual content policy. So certain changes allow with labels. Artistic nudity is allowed. Game nudity, you need labels. Body painting is acceptable, etc., etc. So let's go take a look at the new TOS that they put in place, right? And this is really important, chat. So I'm going to point out a few things as we kind of read it. So all in all, they got a ton of feedback, right? Which obviously people were complaining. They said they made 2 major changes: streamlining our policies regarding sexual content and updating the criteria used for homepage recommendation. So just to at least kind of streamline the conversation, chat, homepage recommendations will not show sexual related content as well as like gore and other stuff. And you can see they have drugs, excessive tobacco use, violent graphic depictions, gambling, and sexual themes. So, you know, this is kind of what they did, right? That kind of makes sense. So let's take a look here, chat, because this part right here is the most important. So all of the children that are here today, my Army children, you gotta pay attention, chat. So, some type of content that was prohibited will now be allowed on Twitch. Previous prohibited, but now allowed with a label. Content that deliberately highlighted breast, buttocks, or pelvic region, even when fully clothed, that's allowed. Streamers found it difficult to determine what was prohibited and what was allowed, and often evaluating whether or not stream violated this portion was subjective. In addition, the former sexual suggestive content policy was out of line with industry standards and resulted in female-presenting streamers being disproportionately penalized. I agree. This makes sense. Clappers. But don't clap too fast, chat, because they're gonna f it up. Fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculpted, fully exposed female-presenting breasts and or genitals or buttocks regardless of gender. There's a thriving artist community on Twitch, and this policy was overly punitive and did not reflect the impact of the content. Okay, This is a win for artists. Artists need our support. Body writing on female presenting breasts or buttocks, regardless of gender. Okay, cool. That's fine. You know, maybe somebody wants to, do naked body art. Cool, totally fine. Erotic dances that involve disrobing gestures such as strip teases. I can twerk. Let's go! Twerk time, baby. That's a win. Great. I'm glad that they won that. Now, here we go. Changes of popular dances. Popular dances such as twerking, grinding, and pole dancing are now allowed without a label. Let's go, hot women! Content with a focus on fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculpted sexual body parts, regardless of gender, are allowed with a sexual themes label. However, fictionalized sexual acts or masturbation remains prohibited. Very clear. That's good. I'm just going to skip to the one that's important. Avatars that translate streamers' real-life movements into digital characters are subject to adult nudity and attire policies and may be prohibited. So what that is saying, chat, is VTubers, 3D tubers, VR chat, all that stuff, you still have to abide by all of the rules. That has to do with nudity and attire. Okay, so big win for the artists, right? Well, today, chat, unfortunately, there was a VTuber who decided to push things a little bit too far, and ultimately, they got banned for it because they did not read the TOS. So yesterday night, this VTuber decided to live stream this way. All of this was uncensored. Now, I can tell you, chat, I have lots of friends in the VTuber community. I'm not going to tell you who, and you don't even need to ask me to cite my source because I know that you guys are going to trust me, right, chat? She streamed live like this. Now, we looked at the TOS, chat. We all know this is not part of the TOS, correct? I did hear she was banning people that told her it wasn't within TOS. Ultimately, chat, she was completely banned. So I said, I did say earlier this morning, I really take it upon myself for, other content creators. I never want you to give up all of your hard work. So Marina did not read TOS. And so I told everybody, I said, please do not be the one to push boundaries. The new Twitch TOS has rules on VTubers. Otherwise, this is what happens. You literally get banned. So I'm begging you, streamers, every streamer out there, just please do not do this. Do not risk your hard work to be edgy. Do not risk your hard work to get a few views. It's not worth it. And I hear this argument, a lot of people say like, oh, well, they're making the money. Actually, no, they're taking away subs. So really, they're actually kind of making less money in a way. So I don't really like that argument. It's definitely not good. Please read TOS. If you don't know, ask. Go out there, find somebody that's knowledgeable. Find somebody that can tell you what is helpful. So here we have another base tweet from Porcelain Maid. Artistic nudity does not mean porn. It refers to anatomy studies, figure drawings, nude bodies in a non-sexual environment. Jal is spitting facts out here. If you don't know, ask. So Jal out here really breaking down what artistic nudity actually is. A lot of people arguing, oh, well, it's artistic nudity to show my model that's nude on screen. No, that's not artistic nudity. And on top of that, there's a rule about your avatar. So if my avatar is naked on screen, it doesn't matter if I'm piloting it or not. It's still an avatar on screen that's naked. So don't f around. Guys, if a new TOS comes out, you really need to take a couple days and just let it kind of like simmer out a little bit. Like sometimes there's kinks to work out and things like that. Just take a step back. Don't be the one that's going to jump in the front of the line and go, oh yeah, I'm going to stream naked. Let's go. Because that's a horrible idea. Yeah, study the TOS, ask questions, just look. Updates are important, chat. And I do hope the best for her. I do hope that she gets unbanned and she learns from her mistake, because I don't feel like your whole entire career should be, ruined off of one mistake. But this is definitely pretty bad. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that Marina deserves to be banned for this? Was, it's too harsh? Should they have just given her a warning? What do you guys think? And on top of that, do not go and attack anybody. Do not white knight on my behalf. Do not go out there and attack people, because if I find that, I will find out one way or another. There was a bit of an update to what Marina had to say about her ban. But we're going to talk about that. She was only banned for 1 day. What? So let's take a look at her response. I wanted to see her response and share it with you guys, because I do think it's very important for the narrative about why Twitch has backpedaled. And I know we haven't got into that yet, but so let's take a look. Let's take a look at her response, all right? Let's look up a little bit ago and went to sleep right before Twitch issued a 1-day ban. I appreciate the people who've reached out and checked in. I don't think I've ever woken up to so many DMs, so here's an update to those curious. So here is a update from what Marina said. So I was issued a 1-day ban, and it was for the model itself. In the middle of my screen saying having inappropriate attire and not the nude art on the sides. The nude art on the sides was within TOS. That's a lie. But okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. As to why the ban, I'm not sure. As my active model was never naked, never moved higher than the cleavage of position. I framed it after the IRL streamers that were protected. So that's a lie. I'm gonna tell you why that's a lie. She was not banned for the model itself in the middle. She was 100% banned for the nude model that was to the right. This is showing her model nude to the right. This is why she got banned right here. So like, you can't say that, oh, my model wasn't naked, because this is a picture of your model, but it's naked. That's your model, nude. On screen. That's literally what you broke as part of the TOS. You know, like that's it. That's what you broke. I have talked to another streamer that the exact same setup as myself, except they have a normally positioned model, so clothes are visible. They did not get banned at Twitch, even emailed them to say turn off the sexual themes label, which was already on. That has nothing to do with it. Here's the thing right now, chat. With TOS, you cannot trust anybody else to be the standard for what things are. Given the way Twitch treated their stream, it seems to confirm that displaying nude art is fine, including model art, but the active model itself needs to have visible clothing on. No, that is false. But the active model itself, your model cannot be shown nude. Art, that's still up for question. Well, now it doesn't matter. For further clarification on people's TOS confusion, content with a focus on fictionalized nudity art is now allowed. This includes drawing it, but also watching it or displaying it. As you can see in the very bottom point, no VTuber can have their active model naked. Okay, so let's read this. Content with a focus on fictionalized, drawn, animated, or sculpted, exposed female presenting breasts, and or fully exposed genitals or buttocks, regardless of gender. So this is the rule that we're kind of bringing into question, right? So what they're saying, chat, is the argument is this bottom point, I guess, absolves them of this in particular. So let's take a look at this, because this is the part that I was very much confused about. Watching or displaying third-party nested content that falls under sexual themes as listed above. Drawn, animated, or sculpted exposed content is allowed. Yes, that's correct. So please tell me of a drawn, animated, or sculpted. What the f is this? That's not actively drawing, animating, or sculpting. What? Why she's arguing doesn't make sense. Because look at this. It says something about figure drawing exercise of fully nude women. Zooming into artwork where characters' nude buttocks are visible. But it says nothing about your vajayjay. You know, like, I don't understand, chat. Am I missing something? Please tell me. Another clarification to art itself is that it can contain nudity but no sexual acts. Being solo posed nude art where the individual's not touching themselves or engaging with others. That's actually true. However, you still broke the rules with what you had. I know people have expressed discomfort with the new TOS changes and allowance to nudity. I feel that Twitch needs to allow people the same control offered on other sites that are not strictly 18 plus like Reddit. Okay, that's fair. I agree with that. Twitch does need to put some things in place to blur out stuff from minors or do a better job with age verification. There was a video we saw yesterday that Zathan sent us. Actually, let me pull that back up because I feel like that was a really good video where it literally just shows somebody making a fake account as a 13-year-old, logging in and immediately seeing booba. I'm going to stop the video before that because that is no longer allowed. So they're literally just grabbing brand new account, go on to art, and you can just take my word for it because I can't show it anymore on stream, but let's just say there's nudie stuff. But I believe all users should have to verify age, even see streams and thumbnails to have content warnings. Otherwise, it should be hidden full stop. As of right now, all creators can do is label responsibly. The rest is up on Twitch. I feel like that there's a little gray area in that, right, chat? Because legitimately, like, we know morally, and if we actually use our brain, it takes 3 to 5 days for TOS to really set in place and understand what is actually going on, right? It's a lot of gray area. Like, I think that we can all say morally that was not right. You knew pushing the boundaries of, you know, showing everything out there on a website that still you understood had not done everything they need to do to cover it. It's just kind of morally wrong, at least in my viewpoint. And there was one response in particular, chat, that I'm gonna play for you. Now I cannot show this on stream because this is actually shows some nudie stuff. So let me just close this down really quick. But I am gonna play it for you in the background, because I do feel like it's very relevant. One thing I will say is a lot of people ended up warning Marina, hey, you know, you shouldn't be doing this because you're gonna get in trouble. And she ignored it. So, all right. So chat, this was a clip given to us by Squid Salvador. I'm gonna play for you the audio. And I want you to know this particular clip was taken from that live stream before she got banned. So let's all take a listen. I just want to preface this before we listen to this, chat. It's a huge yikes.
I'm gonna put this as nicely as possible. Not every every streamer is very smart. Some are geniuses. Some, you know, are great. But I think some people either A, don't read the TOS themselves and they just look at other people posting misinformation, or they just don't think things through and very explicit about the things that you can show and you can't show.
You're right, it is pretty explicit. The absolute irony behind it. Yeah, pure poetic irony. I feel almost bad in a way because if you listen to her, right, she truly 100% believes that she is in the right about TOS. Even based off her response, right? If we look at all this stuff that she put, she really believes she's in the right, but she's not. Like, I don't know how to tell somebody, you are just categorically wrong, and you have caused huge fallout for other people. Well, chat, I got some really bad news for you, because this morning, Twitch backpedaled on everything that they have decided to put out the past couple days. Our primary goal is making these updates was to make our guidelines easier to understand and enforce. But this update included changes that would treat fictionalized nudity. For years, though, user voice and in conversations, we heard from artists that our content policies were limiting. And making this update, we were trying to be responsive to those requests and allow thriving artist communities on Twitch to utilize a human form in their art. First, we want to make it clear that some streamers, in response to this update, created content that was in violation of our new policy. We worked quickly to remove that content and issue channel enforcements. However, there are also a great deal of new content that was allowed under the updated policy. Much of the content created has been met with community concern. These are concerns we share. Upon reflection, we have decided that we went too far with this change. Digital depictions of nudity present a unique challenge. AI can be used to create realistic images. That's true. It can also be hard to distinguish between digital art and photography. So effective today, we're rolling back the artistic nudity changes. Moving forward, depictions of real or fictional nudity won't be allowed on Twitch regardless of the medium. This restriction does not apply to mature rated content. But this sucks. Like, I don't know how another way to put it, chat. It sucks because the artist gotta win. Yeah, the AI part sounds a little bit of misdirection, but I do agree with the fact that they say, you know, it's hard to distinguish between digital art, photography. That's very fair. I get that. But this was literally horrible outcome. We got artists that were finally able to really, truly, and honestly express themselves. We're able to, do not safe for work content. You know, some people draw artistic stuff. Nudity is part of the artistic form. It's part of a lot of art. Nudity is just very much involved. It's not meant in a sexual way. It's meant for the progression of art. Well, unfortunately, we fucking ruined it because we can't have nice things. Yes, they completely backpedaled on it. Yeah, artists are creating nude AI art of real people to celebrate and like public backlash for allowing it. Very much agreed. So everything has been taken back, chat. Guys, artists are already struggling enough out there with AI art, with all of the things that they have to deal with every single day. And this is what we did for them. I do want you guys to know not everybody shares this sentiment, right? So every other VTuber in this sphere, 100% is on board with being upset at these few individuals that did this. So I know a lot of people are gonna go, oh, it's VTubers, they ruined everything. F you VTubers. Like, no, that's not the case. Most VTubers are actually like, no, this is 100% not right. All right, so look here, chat. Why did she do it? Well, number one, it's hard to stand out in the space, right? This is the easy way to get some traction. It really was. But you have to think about, in the long run, chat, shooting yourself in the foot, making enemies with all these people. How is that good for you as a content creator in the long run? You're killing your career in the long term. Yes, you can have your moment of fame, but is it worth it? Probably not. I mean, right, brands aren't gonna wanna work with you. There's so many caveats for things that it's like, it's just not really worth it. Like, honestly, it's really not. So chat, give me your final thoughts on this, on what you think about this whole situation. Can she come back from this? Is it possible? Do you accept her apology? Do you think her apology is genuine? What do you guys think? Guys, whatever you wanna do, if you wanna unfollow and all that stuff, you know, that's your choice. I'm just giving you the information. You have safe space for everyone. All right, everybody say bye, YouTube. Bye, YouTube. See you later.